Hey guys, how you doing? It's Magnus from Penya here. I'm just here in my new studio, and I thought it would be a cool idea to do a little bit of a production walkthrough of this track we've just released, which is called False Prophets, featuring the Cuban artist Rubén Bulnes. Ruben is an amazing artist based out, as I said, in Havana, Cuba, who's like a very well known folkloric singer out there who's played with loads of famous bands like Clave Wawanko and has founded his own band called Osen da Monte. So we were just really thrilled to collaborate on this rework of the track from our album. We're actually connected to Ruben through Jim in the band, who's spent a lot of time out in Cuba, and got to know him through studying with him, and they've become close friends. So it was kind of a bit of a thrill for us to be able to actually make some music with him and bring it forward and release it. It was a really, really exciting journey. So I wanted to talk about how that happened, what we sent to him, what he sent back, and then what we did with what he sent to make the finished track that you can hear today. So I hope you enjoy it. So the way it worked was we contacted Ruben through Jim and asked him if he'd be interested, and he was, and we sent the stems out as you would with any kind of remix, but in this case we just asked him to maybe put his vocal on and see what else he would like to add. And we weren't really expecting what might come back, but what did come back was wonderful. It's the most inspiring and powerful vocal from Ruben. But also he sent back, he employed a percussionist called Dayon Rodriguez to create an entirely new percussion part for the track. So we received this vocal part and then these like maybe 8 or 10 layers of really beautifully played percussion, all like single takes, perfectly played, perfectly in time, amazing stuff. And so I guess we can just jump in and look at the way these percussion parts work. The piece is the song is based around this Afro-Cuban rumba rhythm called Colombia, or sometimes they're called the Palo rhythm, and it has these interlocking conga parts. So what you hear on the track is this 2-drum call and response line. The bottom line being and then like the top line we have this and then the two together, and then there's a little sort of answer to that rhythm which comes in halfway through the track, which has a little fill before it which goes and that little part's something I hadn't actually heard before. It was a really cool little idea that he put in. But anyway, so we can build the percussion parts up. So there's the congas in. Next thing was the clave. Next thing, the bell. And then he added 2 shekarays playing exactly the same rhythm, which was kind of interesting, a high one and a low one, but I'm just going to put one in. So it's quite a fast, quite an intense, quite a rapid rhythm that we have back. And one of the other features of this track, which is one of my favourite things about it, is that Dayon added this the extra drum called the quinto drum, which is the high-pitched solo drum. And if you listen to the track, it's the most incredible kind of percussion playing. Really sort of thrilling for us percussionists to hear. So we put it really high in the mix, so we liked it so much. So we received this really quite busy, full-on, kind of rapid percussion part back, and along with Rubén's incredible vocal, we started to consider how we might break this up a little bit and like start with something a bit more stripped back. So what I did was I reached for the bass udu, which I use quite a lot on Penya stuff and a lot of my percussion work, just because I love it so much. Now this is an udu that I got from Richard Olatunde Baker, who's an amazing London-based percussionist. You should check him out. I'll put a link to him. And this is just something I kind of like, just put like a one drop type thing, really stupidly simple, just on the off beats. Just like that. Strips it all back, and the track kind of starts like that. So, just like that. And then I also, to give it a bit more punch, I put like a kick, an 808 kick with it as well. You see that just has a bit more attack. And then if we just, pretty simple, but if we just drop that really fast percussion back in, I just feel it gives it a bit of a harness. And then after the chorus and in the second half of the track, I kind of drop a 4 to the floor in. And my kind of justification for that was often when we're playing in these multi-drum ensembles, there's quite a lot of bass going on that isn't always apparent if you're standing back from it, because these conga drums, they have a ton of bottom end, and this line that's being played, it kind of has that 4 to the floor. And when you're on top of a drum, really playing it really hard, in a rumba, you kind of feel that bass really strongly. So I kind of wanted to get that across. So I put in these kicks, and rather than having just like a obnoxious every kick being exactly the same, not that there's anything wrong with that, I wanted to put 2 different pitches in and treat them slightly differently, so you get a little bit more of a kind of drum ensemble-y kind of idea, like it's part of that whole rumba rhythm. And then again, you drop the Havana percussion on top of that. It just adds a bit of propulsion to it. So essentially, those are the 2 rhythmic feels of the track. So beyond all that amazing rhythmic stuff, with rumba music, you generally only have kind of, in a traditional sense, you only really have the drums and the voice. But in Penya we use a lot of electronic sound, so we wanted to see what we could bring in. So the jump off point for us was at the sort of chorus point of the song, where Rubén sent this beautiful sounding coro. We immediately thought this is a great opportunity to bring Lily's voice in, so she added a couple of layers. Sounds great, I think. And then Lily worked with the synths here that use the Arturia Analog Lab software, and came up with this great part on the synth. Then we add bring the udu and kick back in. And then finally dropping that percussion. And that's kind of how we put it all together. The other amazing thing about this track, I want to big up Rubén for his pregons, which were the improvisations, which is what really these great Cuban singers do so well. Check this out. that's it really. Hope you enjoyed this little look at what we did. I hope you enjoyed the track. It's out now. Check out our Bandcamp, and please buy the track, stream the track. Thank you for supporting. Cheers.